Guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? With a waterproof makeup tutorial. Hello everyone. Welcome back to today's video. I'm not naked, I swear. Anyways, this look is very dewy, glowy, and that wasn't the intention of the video, but that's where it ended up and I'm kind of into it. I tried a bunch of new products in this video. Also, I apologize for the hair. It looks like a creepy man who slips a roofie in your drink kind of hair. It was supposed to be a Khloe Kardashian slick back wet look. Didn't happen that way. But that was the goal and it didn't happen. But again, we tried. That's all that matters. It's kind of a review, waterproof makeup, does it really work kind of video. So it's a mishmash. It's a mishmash of all these things. I hope you guys stay tuned for the video. And if you can, hit the like button. It'd be great. If not, totally fine. It's cool. I'm just a little salty then. I hope you enjoy this video and subscribing, because subscribing is important because we need to hit those subscribers, get more views, get cooler videos, you know? It all adds up. So to start this makeup look, there aren't too many waterproof primers. I googled, well I didn't Google, I put in Sephora.com water resistant primers and this was the first one that came up. So I'm going to be using the Smashbox Original Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Primer today. As you can tell, I haven't used that baby before. Oh, it's very wet. Not sure that I like that, but take a little bit and kind of smooth that into the skin. It smells really bad actually, like terrible, but it's already on my face, so too late now. The foundation I'm going to be using today is the Dior Backstage New Foundation. So this is in the shade 4WO, which is 4 Warm Olive. My chest is so much tanner than my face, just like the drunk tutorial, which in itself was quite a time. I'm going to be blending this all the way down to my neck because I have this weird white spot right here and then the rest of my chest, it matches, and it also got darker since I matched myself to it. So don't be afraid for when I put that foundation on. It's also water resistant, transfer resistant, and humidity resistant. So I have a feeling that that's going to be the winner for me today. And as I said, do not be alarmed by the color. I'm on a bunch of acne medicines, so I'm always using wipes on my face and gels and all these things to kind of exfoliate and get all that dead skin and gunk out of my pores. That's the reason why my face is so much paler than my body. So I'm going to blend it out with my beauty blender. Should it get on that ear? And although this foundation says that it's sheer coverage, it's basically a medium coverage because I can still see a couple imperfections, such as all my breakouts recently. So I'm just going to layer a little bit more on my face to kind of build up that coverage. Now to prove a point that I'm not crazy, I'm going to take a little bit of the foundation, put it on my neck, and like I said, it looks so dark because it's this weird white spot in the middle of my neck. But wait for it. When I put it on my chest right there, it blends right out. Versus this. Case in point, my friends. Next, I'm going to be taking my Clinique concealer. This is the Beyond Perfecting Super Concealer. So this is supposed to be waterproof, 24-hour wear, etc., etc. When I got trained on it at work, they actually took multiple colors and put it on their hand and took a white t-shirt and went like this and put water on it too. Didn't move, didn't budge, didn't come off. So I'm also really interested to try this because I've never used it before, even though I own it, which I don't know why I haven't tried it. It's going to be fab. It's going to be great. And I'm using the color 14. Once again, I'm going to put this, oh, that's a little light. Okay, we did our best. It's all good. So I'm just going to pat a little bit underneath my eyes, a little bit on my chin, down my nose, forehead area. Then I'm just going to take my beauty blender again and blend that in. Alright, I gotta say, even though I thought that color was light, it's kind of coming together. It's actually really pretty on the skin. It's blending out really easily. I would guess it's about medium coverage concealer. Although the Beyond Perfecting foundation is full coverage, and I think that's what this was supposed to be, it's definitely more medium coverage. So far, the base is looking pretty good. I'm actually really surprised. I've never loved any of Clinique's foundations that I've used. I used to use their powder foundation and the, what's it called, Even Perfect Skin or something like that. And I was never super impressed, but I love this concealer. Then before I set my makeup, I'm going to go in with the Farsali Jelly Beam Jelly Highlighter Illuminator. This product is the weirdest texture. It's actually like having jello, a little bit like of a runny jello. I'm just going to take my finger and kind of put that in there, and I'm going to apply a couple dabs on the cheek and take my Real Techniques blending brush, kind of just, oop, I actually don't like that with my, I was going to take my Real Techniques blending brush, but turns out my finger worked a lot better. As I was going to blend it out with the brush, I could see it already drying. So it actually did take a tiny bit of my foundation off right here, made it look a little patchy because it's so quick drying, but let's see. A beauty blender does work for blending it out. Yeah, so a beauty blender definitely works better than a brush does, but definitely not as good as just using your bare finger. I'm also going to put just a little bit on my Cupid's bow. Now I'm going to be setting my face with the All Nighter Urban Decay Waterproof Setting Powder. Now, this packaging is so pretty. It reminds me of the Better Than Sex waterproof mascara, where it has those water droplets on the front. I think this is supposed to be a translucent powder, but I have a feeling that... no, it's not translucent. Never mind, I take that back. I thought it was, but it's not. Alright, so first I'm going to set the concealer with the under eyes. I usually use this Bare Minerals Duo Blush and Contour Brush. I don't know, I find that it really gets right underneath the eye and presses everything in. I use the lighter beige side, so I'm just going to take a little bit of that and kind of press it in. Now this is supposed to be a mattifying powder. I think it mattified a little bit. And then to set the rest of the face, I'm going to be taking my Morphe R2 brush, just a big large powder brush, and kind of tapping that in there, setting the rest of my face. Alright, so as far as setting powders go, I'm not sure that this is my favorite. It definitely mattified, but the biggest claim is that it's waterproof, so we will definitely put that to the test. So next I'm going to be going in with my Hotel Heiress Tarte Bronzer. Now, this is supposed to be waterproof. It actually looks a little bit red in the pan. I also didn't find any contour powders to do for this video, so we're just going to use this as a contour and a blush. Contour and a bronzer. So I'm just going to take my Sigma F40 brush and kind of dip into that. I'm just going to apply this. And it's also matte, which I was not expecting. I thought it was going to be like the Park Avenue Princess one, which has a bit more of a sheen to it. You know, you live, you learn. So I'm just taking a little bit more of that, like I said, to kind of carve out my cheeks. Kind of making me look a little very, very warm. Taking a little bit on my nose, a little bit down my neck. We're going to move on to the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush. So at this point when I was looking for waterproof blushes, it was extremely hard to find one. The only one that I really found when I was going on Sephora.com was the Becca Chick in Lip Stain. So other than that, I was going to say these were the closest that I found. These were the only really long lasting blushes, and they claim to be water resistant. I'm just going to apply this in Captivating to my cheeks using my Hakuhodo Sephora Pro brush. Oh, that's a lot of blush. Okay. Alrighty, and then next, just to kind of amp up that highlighter again, I'm going to go back in with the Farsali and put a little bit more on my cheekbones. Because the complexion is done, and I'm actually pretty happy with it, we're going to be moving on to the eyes and the eyebrows. I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Moving on to the eyebrows, I'm going to be using the Cabral from Benefit in the shade 3. As you see in most of my other videos, I tend to shy away from gel products. I usually just use thin pencils, but today is a new day. I'm gonna fill in my brows. This is a Coastal Scents. I think it's supposed to be an eyeshadow brush, but it's so thin. I like using it for my brows. Now that the brows are on, we're going to be moving on to the eyes. So technically with these products, because they're all cream shadows, they have a built-in primer, but I don't trust that. So I'm going to be using my handy dandy Urban Decay Primer Potion, which I use every time I prime my eyes. I love this stuff. There's other ones comparable to it, obviously like the Smashbox one, but I've just been using this for years. I ain't fixing something if it ain't broken. So then I'm going to set with the same Urban Decay waterproof powder. So because all of the other products that I have are shimmery colors, I'm going to be going in first with the Gel Makeup Forever in M56, which is a matte brown. And it's just a very creamy. Then I'm going to go in with my Luxie 205 Taper Blending Brush. And I'm just dabbing a little bit of the product onto the brush. And then applying it directly to the eye. Just going back and forth to kind of create a contrast of matte to the other shimmer shades that we'll be using. And to be honest, for a cream, that blended out really nicely on the lid. And although this is a synthetic brush, cream shadows are not really created for using in your crease. So the fact that I'm getting this nice blending and I'm not really having to work with it too much, I just kind of, again, pressing it on, is really impressive to me. So next I'm going to be going in with my Color Tattoo from Maybelline. This is not Maybelline. It is Maybelline. So I'm going to be going in with the color tattoo in 100 Caramel Cool. I'm just going to be taking this one on my finger, my ring finger. And it's this really pretty, supposedly a cool tone caramel color, but it's really kind of on the warmer side. So I'm just taking it, packing it on my finger. And then I'm applying it to my eyelid directly. I won't toot my own horn here, but I'm thinking this is looking pretty good. Then I'm just going to go in with the Farsali Jelly Beam again. Shocker. I'm just going to take a tiny, tiny bit on my pinky and use that as an inner corner highlight. So next I'm going to go in with my tattoo liner in Trooper from Kat Von D. Now I really don't want to do a wing liner in this look, as I said in the last two looks, but they happened in those anyway, but I'm actually not doing that today because I just need a little bit of liner to kind of hide the fake lashes and also to test the waterproofness of this. So now the eyeliner's on, I'm going to be using the Monsieur Big Waterproof Mascara from Lancome. And I've never used this before, so let's see how it does. Okay, wow, so it's really separating all my lashes, but it's not adding a ton of volume. I definitely like this mascara better than the Milk Mascara, but will it actually replace my Better Than Sex mascara? I don't think so. Only mascara that's ever even come close to replacing the Better Than Sex mascara for me was the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. So next I'm just going to be taking that 24-hour tattoo shadow again and using a smudge brush to place that right underneath the eye for just a little pop of color. Then I'm going to be going back in with the Monsieur Big and applying that to the lower lash line, which did a fantastic job. Then, because I don't want anything too heavy that's going to just whoosh off my eye in the pool, this is the Velour Effortless Lashes, and I've used these before in my first impressions video. I'm kind of growing to like them, so we're just going to give them another shot. I am using the House of Lashes eyelash adhesive. I've used so many eyelash glues before, and this is the one that it never comes off. So my camera died on me, guys, while I was explaining everything. I actually already applied one because, like I said, didn't know the camera turned off. And then there's also the reason I picked these lashes are because they're not super heavy, so if I go into the water, I don't want the water to like weigh them down, and that's the reason they come off, not because of the glue or because of the lashes themselves. So let's hope these babies work. Alright, and now that the lashes are on, I'm going to be moving on to lips. I'm using the Huda Beauty liquid lipstick in Bombshell, which is a nice kind of peachy, pink, orangey color. That kind of just ties the look together. Alright guys, so that is the finished look for today. I didn't realize, but I was out of focus for the last, I think, couple minutes. Sorry. So what is the tea in this video? So far, we don't know what's waterproof and what's not. The pool is not at my house, it's my cousin's house. So unfortunately, I can't just jump in the pool and then get right back here at my filming station and tell you guys how I feel about all the products. But I will do a review of the makeup products after I jump in the pool and while I'm in the pool with everything running down my face or staying perfectly in place. I can't wait to show you guys what's good. And so, let's jump over to the pool. Whatever way it is. So I have the full face of makeup on, so we're gonna go underwater now and see what lasts and what does not. Hope the eyelashes don't fall off in the pool. That's all I'm asking for. So this is my full face currently before we go underwater. Yes, no? Here we are. I don't want to touch my eyes. The eyelashes definitely feel a lot heavier, man. I think everything's on, right? It looks it. Wow, I'm actually very impressed. Alright guys, so this concludes today's video. As you can see, all this stuff stayed on. I'm actually very impressed. Thought it was all gonna run off my face like Laura Lee's Instagram video, but it didn't. And I'll see you guys next week.